Hello, hello. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay, go here. Hi, Tina. Oh, hello. I'm so glad you guys came even though it's 9:30. It's so late. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Denya. Aw. Let me see. Hello. I hope it's not the lighting okay. I wanted it to be darker, but then I couldn't even see myself. So, and my eyes are closing already. Okay, so hi. I know there's still people checking in, but if you have, I put this just track that I have playing in the back quietly. You can't really hear it. It's some chill hop, but you can put anything chill. Put something in the background if you can, if you're able to. It just makes the whole experience of deep flow so much more relaxing. Hi, I'm talking about the music. Hello. What's that? Okay. Hey, Andra, how are you? Okay. So I was preparing as if this is going to be a date night, and I'm so happy you guys are here with me. But I wish I could see you guys, and I wish I could hug you. I miss you guys. Aww. Okay, so who's ready for some deep flow? Yes. Just gonna check the time. All right, so let's begin. Aww, not as much as I miss you guys. I'm so happy I could be here. Okay, so do you guys have your chilled music in the back? Okay, dim your lights if you can. Okay, I'm gonna leave mine a little bit brighter just so I could see you guys, okay? All right, so let's start in a child's pose. So I just want you to drop your head down to your mat. Hi, hello. So you guys go into child's pose once you get there. I might be saying hi to a few people. Let me see, what's this? Okay, Audrey, hi. Okay, all right. Child's pose. Drop your head down to your mat. Just gonna allow yourself to come into complete relaxation right now. So make sure that you're pressing your forehead down either onto your mat or a block. I just want you to be super comfortable and just create connection between your earth and between your body. Okay, so I'm going to come down into child's pose with you guys for a little bit. And just start to tune into your breath. And I want you to just become really aware of space today or tonight. Okay, so every time you take a long breath in, right at the top of your inhale, I want you to hold for a few moments and just notice the space. Notice what it sounds like. Notice what it feels like in your body. And then when you breathe out, same thing. At the very end of your exhale, just notice the space. So taking long breaths in your child's pose. Hold for a moment, and then exhale completely. And then right at the end, just hold and pause, listening, connecting, feeling. A couple more. Take a long breath in, and then hold at the top of your inhale, and then long breath out, and then hold at the end of your exhale. Good. Now you're going to use your next inhale to come up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to move into some cat and cows. So remember, as you draw the pit of your belly in and curl your spine, you breathe out. So let's inhale, arch your back, and look up. Exhale, curl your spine. Now I invite you to close your eyes as you do this. I just want you to really feel this in your body. You're going to move at your own pace. Taking long breaths in and out. And what you're working towards doing is creating the longest breath you can. So long, generous breathing in and out through your nose. If you feel called to and you haven't already, bring extra movement. You can move your hips around, even dropping your hips closer to your heels. Move your shoulders around your head. Notice the volume of your breath, making your breath a little bit louder each time. And now we're going to gently move into downward facing dog. Okay, so keeping your hands firmly rooted on your mat, you're going to gently lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Good. Get really connected to your hands. So rooting the backs of your knuckles down into your mat. You can begin to pedal out your feet here. You can bend one knee and then bend the other. And then I invite you to do this with your breath here. So every time you breathe in, you straighten out one leg, bend the other. And as you exhale, you switch. Okay, take a long breath in. Exhale out. Again, in. Breathe out. Okay, now come to complete stillness. I want you to gaze towards the back of your mat. If you're not looking towards your belly button, look towards your belly button so you notice the back of your neck lengthen more. And now you're going to gently lift your left hand off your mat and just bring it over towards your right shin or right ankle. Some of you may feel really open. It's the end of the day. And then gently release your hand, come back into child's pose. Drop your knees and then drop your head. Okay. Take a long breath in child's pose. Exhale out. And then gently make your way up onto your hands and knees. Come back to down dog. Lift your hips high up towards the ceiling. You're going to press into your left hand, bring your right hand to your left shin or ankle or foot, whatever you can touch. Taking long, full breaths in and out. Okay, one more time. Come into down dog, and this time walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. So you're going to walk your hands to the back. Catch opposite elbow or biceps, ragdoll. Shake your head out. Up and down. Shake your head side to side. Notice the response. Okay, this is one of my most favorite things to do in my practice. Is to really listen to the breath, but then notice how the body responds to your breathing. So it's not like you're just breathing and then you're moving. It's not two separate things. It's like they're super connected. So see if you can catch that, listening to your breath first, and then watching how your body responds. Gently sway side to side. Every time you breathe out, you notice, yourself maybe go a little bit deeper. So it's happening so naturally. There's no forcing. Letting your head get a little heavier with pure intention of just letting yourself go. Just allowing yourself to be right in this moment of connection, of feeling, of noticing the response of this present breath, of nothing else. And now to salute this beautiful night, we're going to do a few moon namaskars. Okay, some of my favorite. Okay, so take a breath in here. And then as you exhale, if you haven't dropped your hands, drop your hands and bring your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lifts, find your long spine. Bow as you breathe out. Now do that again. Inhale, halfway. Bring your hands to your waist, and now you're gonna come all the way up to extended mountain. So you won't be able to see me, but arms straight. You're gonna look up, and then exhale. Bring your hands through your heart center. Slide your hands all the way to the top of your mat, okay? Drop your knees and slowly lower all the way down. Can you see me there? Okay. Now from here, you're just gonna drop your forehead to your mat and then bring your hands over your head. Can you guys see me too, Facebook? Like this, over your head. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Next inhale, you're gonna press into your hands. Just do a gentle cobra to lift first. And then come to your knees and then walk your hands to the back of your mat. Come all the way back up, extended mountain pose. Reach your arms high, look up, go back. And then hands through your heart. Same thing, you're gonna slide your hands all the way to the top of your mat. Slowly lower down. Bring your forehead down, hands over your head. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Use your next inhale to come into a gentle cobra, to come all the way to your knees, and then bring yourself to the back of your mat. Now you're gonna do this at your own pace a few times. Breathe in, reach up. I know I have to move a little bit. You guys, I'm just moving so you guys could see for the first couple if you need to. And then once you get the gist of it, I want you to just move at your own pace. You breathe in to rise. Exhale to bow, coming into your high plank, lowering all the way to your belly. Drop your forehead to your mat. Just bringing some gentle vinyasa for the end of the day. Connection of movement and breath that creates the most presence in our body. Let's do 2 more rounds. Okay, 2 more rounds. So coming all the way to the back of your mat. If you're behind or ahead, it's okay. Just keep going at your own pace. Once you're done your second one, you're gonna move into down dog. So you're gonna wait in downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a breath in. Long exhale out. You're gonna lift your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. And then step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee down to your mat. Okay, lift your arms up towards the ceiling. So we're in a low lunge here. Bring your right hip back. Take a breath in. Long exhale out. 2 more here. In. Press your belly in. Gentle lunge. Take 1 more inhale. And then bring your hands to your mat and step your left foot to the top of your mat. Come into your fold. And just hang out here in your fold. Gently sway side to side. And then use your next inhale to come all the way up, hands to your waist. Once you stand, reach your arms high up, breathe in, and then forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back, right knee down. Okay, so now left knee is forward. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale as you lunge. Inhale. I'm sorry about these bad camera angles. I'm used to practicing in my bedroom, but Justin's sleeping there. Okay, one more in. Bring your hands down, and now bring your left foot back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Empty out. This time you're gonna lift your left leg up towards the ceiling and then step it through. Low lunge again. Reach your arms up. This time breathe in. You're gonna go up and back even more. And then hands to your mat, come to the top of your mat, forward fold. Let's hang out here. Shake your head up and down. Shake your head side to side. And then use your next inhale to lift gently up halfway. Forward fold, breathe out. And next inhale, bring your hands to your waist, come all the way up to stand. Once you've come to stand, reach your arms high, mountain pose, breathe in. Forward fold, empty out. Halfway lift, step your left foot back, low lunge. And then arms up. Inhale. Exhale, go back, go back, go back, go back. And then hands to your mat, downward facing dog. You can take a child's pose here too. Okay, so bring your knees, rest your forehead. One of my favorite parts of Deep Flow is really that opportunity to slow things down. It's to not rush. There is something magical that you can really find and experience when you slow things down. Right, so that's what we're giving ourselves the opportunity to do right now, is to listen. A more generous listening from just holding space. Not needing to rush. Not needing to get into the next pose because we have no idea what's coming next. And just enjoying each breath that you have, each breath that you can take. Okay, now inhale onto your hands and knees. Come into downward facing dog. Now we're gonna move into some twist. Okay, so lift your right leg up. Step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Now you're gonna keep your left hand to your mat. Bring your right hand to your waist. Now here you have the option, if you'd like, to lift your back knee up. Okay, so it's up to you. You're gonna find length through your side body first as you breathe in, and then begin the twist. So as you exhale, you pull your belly in and begin to look up towards the right side of the room. And then take a long breath in, find that length, and then exhale, twist. For some of you, even if you feel tired, you might have the strength, enough strength to lift the back knee up, because it will give you a little bit more rinsing and twisting that you might need to have a really good sleep tonight. Good. And then take one more breath in. You're gonna step back, child's pose. Drop your forehead down. This time in child's pose, I want you to tiptoe or tip fingers over to the right side of your mat. It's just a gentle twist. So from child's pose, you're walking your fingers over to the right side. And then as you inhale, I want you to breathe in air through your left side body. So you stretch it even more. Okay, take a breath in. Empty out. And then walk your fingertips back to center, and then walk your fingers over to the other side. So now as you inhale, breathe air into your right side body. As you exhale, allow yourself to release more. So let your chest drop, even let your belly drop. And then walk your fingers back to center. We're gonna move into tabletop and then downward facing dog. Nice. Lift your left leg up. Step it through. We're gonna move into the twist on the other side. Okay, so keep your right hand down to support you. Option to lift your back knee up, or you can just keep your knee for restorative. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. So most important thing is that you're able to stay with powerful breath throughout every posture, and that's going to give you the opportunity to go deeper. It's the moment we compromise our breath, right? And then we're not able to see the possibility in our physical body. So take your time. Long inhalations. And then notice your exhale. Press your belly in. Let yourself twist and rinse. A couple more. Good. And then place your hand down. This time, come straight into down dog. Lift your hips up. Pedal out your feet. And then walk your feet up to the top of your mat. We're going to move into Malasana. Malasana is our deep squat. So you drop your hips. You bring your hands together at your heart center. Even if you're home alone or in the space alone, close your eyes. Create your own play with resistance here. So it's this pushing, and letting go. So like push your arms into your legs, push your legs into your arms, and then soften wherever you can. Shoulders, extra action in your hands, let that go. Softening through your face. Let go of any of that hardness. Keep pushing any unnecessary thoughts like out of your head. Like use your powerful pranayama, your powerful breath to just push anything that is not necessary for your greater good, for your greater happiness. Now you can either stay in your Malasana or you can move into a twist here. So you bring one hand down, other arm up. Okay, so the option here is to bind, wrap the other arm around the front leg. Your fingers don't even need to touch. Okay, they don't have to touch. But you can experience the opening through the heart. For some of you, if you want to experience a twist and you don't like the feeling of binding the arm around, you can just bring one hand in front of you like this, press down into your earth, and then open up like you're going to give someone a huge hug. You can imagine that I'm going to give you the biggest hug when I see you. Big hug, twist open. And then if you are moving into the twist or bind, you do the other side, right? You can either wrap around, have fingers reaching towards each other or touching, or big hug, big hug. Take one more breath in. Okay, everyone's gonna fold now. Gently lift your hips up. Keep your feet wide apart, so more than hip distance. And gently sway your hips, hello, from side to side. Shake your head out. This is the best Saturday night date ever. I just wish we were all together in my living room and not me alone. Now bring your feet hip distance and now catch your big toes with your peace fingers. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, bow. Shake your head. We're almost gonna go down to the floor and stay there. So just a little bit more standing. We're easing our way into sleep. Okay, and then option for gorilla. You can slide your hand under your feet. And then here too, just noticing the response and let yourself get deeper. Allow yourself to get deeper without controlling it or pushing yourself further. Just see what happens. Just from awareness. Good, and then you're gonna release from where you were, either toes or hands. You're gonna walk your feet to the back of your mat, come into down dog. If you'd like, you have the option to flow here and add an extra low And then a gentle cobra or up dog. Stretch your back out. And then downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Even though I can't see you. Okay. Awesome. Now you're going to lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee down and move into a runner's lunge. Straighten out your front leg and then gently bow over your front leg. I want you to walk your fingertips up your mat. Imagine someone's pulling your fingertips forward and then someone else is pulling your hips back. And then as you breathe out, you pull your belly in, so then you have some more space to drop a little bit closer towards your right leg. Now, if this feels really nice and you just want to stay here, then go ahead and stay. If not, I'm going to add an extra little vinyasa. I'm feeling like moving a little bit. Okay, you're going to come into a lunge here. Inhale. And then exhale into your runner's lunge. Breathe in, lunge. Breathe out. Okay, just keep doing that. Make sure you can move at your own pace. Just make sure you're moving with breath in and then out. Just 2 more if you're in the vinyasa. Good. Now we're going to meet in runner's lunge. If you were doing the vinyasa. And then we're going to all come into a lunge once more. Okay. And then from here, we're going to move into half pigeon. Walk your right foot over to the left side of your mat. Okay. And then gently bow. So we're coming into complete surrender in this posture. So you're letting your head drop. Bring your forehead, okay, onto something. So it's either your block or your mat, fist on top of fist. I want you to feel that support of your mat. Okay. Someone said they were knitting. I just looked and I see someone was knitting before this. Perfect. This is the perfect complement to knitting. Knitting is like a meditation, right? It's just, this is all this is. It's meditation, moving meditation. Except when we're working with the physical body, we are working with so much more deeper things like channels, chakras, if you know anything about chakras. Right, really working with the physicalness to then create more, more potential for sitting in meditation. Okay, and then we're going to move into double pigeon. So you're going to cross your left ankle over your thigh. So this is what it looks like. Stacked. Okay, and if you can't stack, you're going to straighten your bottom leg. A wonderful treat of practicing at home too is really learning to do exactly what it is you need. Often when we're around other people, that can happen where we do something, we push ourselves more than we should because of what others might think. Not necessarily because we think it. If we believe it, then we should. But when it comes from a place of needing to make other people content or satisfied, then we need to look at that again. Right? We want to really do what we need. Okay, and then from here, you're just going to gently make your way back onto your hands and knees. You're going to move into downward facing dog. You're going to lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Step your left foot in between your hands. Come into your runner's lunge on the left side. Okay, so just adjust as you need to. If this is, I didn't mention it on the other side, but fold your mat if it bothers your knee. Bring a blanket, a pillow. You want this to be relaxing for you. Okay, find squaring through your hips. Walk your fingertips up your mat as much as you can. And then again, imagine someone's like pulling at your hips, pulling your hips back as you draw your fingertips forward. And then use your long Ujjayi breath. So as you breathe in, you find that length and that stretch. As you exhale, pull your belly in. Let your chest melt towards your leg. Having a slight coil through your spine is wonderful here. So slight coil. Coil is like a little curve. And then you can either stay in your runner's lunge or you can move into vinyasa on this side, like I did, the other side. Breathe in as you lunge, exhale as you bow. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, exhale as you go back into your runners. Okay, a few more times, do this at your own pace. So you're just following your own breath. If you're holding your runner's lunge, you're still practicing long, powerful breath and responding to the breath, releasing with your physical body. And everyone's going to gently make their way back to runner's lunge. Then from the runner's lunge, come back to a lunge. So we're all together in our lunge. And then from here, half pigeon. So walk your foot over to the other side. Okay. And then gently bring your head down. Forehead onto something. And stay committed in this practice. This could be your first practice. It could be your third today. Okay, but making that commitment and sticking with it may not necessarily be the way you want it to be the whole time. But trusting that because we chose it, something led us here, whatever it was, that we should stick through it. And our physical practice, our physical yoga practice is so crucial to our growth and our development. I just wish everybody did it. And let yourself land. Let yourself see that healing that happens in this space. Make sure that you're comfortable too. So if you need to bend your back knee a little, I should have said this on the other side, go ahead and do that. I just want you to find complete relaxation and release here. Okay? Hello. Everybody good? Okay, we're in half pigeon right now. And even if you're just coming in now, this is a wonderful place to come in. Just even getting a couple of yoga poses before bedtime or whatever you're going to do for the rest of the night before watching television shows. So great for you. Okay, now we're going to move into double pigeon. So bringing your right ankle over your left thigh, stacking like fire logs, or this time we straighten the bottom leg. Take a breath in, you can find the length, and then as you exhale, pull your belly in and bow. So either over your stacked legs or over the one leg. I'm going to face you guys for this one. And it can be that same type of action that I was speaking to in runner's lunge. Imagine someone's pulling your fingertips up towards the top of your mat, and then someone else is pulling your hips back. So there is that resistance, but there's also that complete surrendering to your earth. Press your hips down, press your belly in, drop your chest, drop your heart, soften your jaw. Okay, 2 more here. In and out. Take 1 more breath in. Empty completely. And then lift your head up. And now we're gonna move into frog. If you're at home and you have a wall and you wanna modify frog, you just bring your legs up like this against your wall, okay? For those of you who are gonna modify, you probably do it already, so you know anyways. Okay, for those of you that have never done frog before, this is your lucky night, okay? So basically look like a frog legs. So what you just wanna make sure that you have is your knee in line with your hips, and then your ankle in line with your knee going this way, and then toes point out in opposite directions. Now, if your knees bother you at all, instead of thinking that this pose is not for you, you're gonna fold your mat up and you're gonna give yourself some padding, because honestly, this pose is for everyone and you will learn to love it. You'll learn to love it. Our teachers often talk about Iyengar, and he's the one who says that when you want to get out of your pose, that's when the pose begins, and that is like so true for this one. So just stick it through if you can, especially in the comfort of your home. And then either your chest is up. So if your chest is lifted, then I'm just gonna go this way. If your chest is lifted, if you're newer and you have a pillow or a block, you can place it right underneath your ribs. You can bring fists on top of fists for your forehead. Some of you may be able to come all the way down. You might feel comfortable doing that. Okay, this is work through the hips. So try to release as much as possible through the upper body. And then practice holding space here. So practice as you take a breath in, practice holding space at the top of your inhale and at the end of your exhale. The moment that you want to come out, I invite you to breathe even harder, to even come into intention. And the most powerful intention is actually not about yourself, it's actually for others. Just in case you wanted to know. So what you could do is you can transfer, instead of an intention for yourself, can you share this practice with someone else who needs it, someone that you love, and just wish them all the best. Think of them in their greatest, like in their happiest state. So you're doing this frog for someone else. Hi, I see some lovely names. Okay, keep breathing. Just a few more. You're gonna move through all the distractions, always ending with the breath. So don't let yourself come out of the pose from the distraction. It's coming out from the pose. So anytime I start to get distracted, I don't let myself I'm gonna come out from there. Let yourself come out. If you are gonna choose to come out a little bit sooner than I tell you to, then it's gonna be from, okay, I'm gonna take 1 more breath in, and then once I'm done my exhale, then I start to come out. But right now you're gonna stay for about 5 more breaths. 5 more. You guys can do this. I know you can. God, we're so strong. We're all so strong. Remember, this is meant to feel good. It's meant to feel beautiful. So just get yourself past whatever you need to for this last breath, okay? In. Exhale out. Beautiful. And then come out anyway. Oh, you can. I still haven't learned how to get out of it gracefully. Okay. All right. So you're going to come out of your frog. All right. I'm just going to do a little check with the time. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So now you're going to sit on your bum. This time, this is Justin's favorite pose. This is tortoise. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide your hands underneath your shins like this. Okay, you guys got that? And then you're gonna drop your forehead towards your feet. So again, coiling your spine. So nice and gentle curl. Take a breath in and then empty out. If your forehead doesn't reach your heels, that's okay. Okay, it doesn't matter, but have that coiled spine, and then notice with every breath out, notice if you can get a little bit deeper. And I want you to just let yourself relax here. I want you to disengage. So instead of engaging your muscles, disengage. Let them go. Okay, 5 more counts. 5. If your forehead isn't touching your feet, see if you can bring your forehead a little closer. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Awesome. You're going to straighten your right leg. Bring your left foot towards the inside of your straight leg. Okay, and then you're going to face your extended leg. Reach your arms high. Breathe in. And then gently bow over your straight leg. Now, if you can't touch your feet and you don't have any props, then just bring your hands wherever they land. Okay, but I want you to keep your leg straight. If you can catch your foot, grab the outsides of your foot and then pull your toes towards you. Then breathe in, find length through your spine. Exhale, press your belly in, and then let your whole chest drop down. We're going to do that one more time with engagement, okay? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press your belly in, get yourself low. And then now it's time to disengage. So you're going to let your belly come out, if your belly can. You're going to drop your head. You're going to relax everything. Just for these last few counts, just let everything go. Just notice what you notice. And then some things you notice and you can stay with that. Like you might notice some kind of sensation in your body and you're good. You're good with noticing that and staying with that. Maybe some of you may notice thoughts. Like those are the kind of things maybe we just kind of want to move through. And maybe there's some thoughts you want to stay with. What we're trying to do is pass through any aggravating things. So we're not going to get stuck in anything aggravating. Good. And now gently lift your head up. This time you're going to bring your right forearm to the inside of your leg. Left arm over your left ear. Okay, for some of you, you might be able to grab your toes. So your hands meet at your toe. Okay, or you can just keep your arm over your ear. And this one is more of a heart opener. So you're twisting open towards the ceiling. See if you can keep your forearm rooting down to support you. So you want to ground into your hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your belly in and twist. And then do this at your own pace too. So every breath in, you feel that length. Every exhale, you twist open. Couple more times. Now you're going to stay for your last exhale. And then slowly bring yourself up. Bring both legs together. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Bow over your straight legs. We're just going to stay here for a moment. Good. And then bring your other foot flat to the inside of your leg. Okay? So other side now. Breathe in and then bow. I want you to almost notice or feel like it's your left ribs that are trying right ribs that are trying to touch your leg. So it almost feels like a little bit of a twist, just to get yourself directly over your leg. And then you're gonna grab onto your feet or your shins, and then we're gonna engage for a little bit. So we're gonna bring some of that strength. As you breathe in, you lengthen. As you exhale, you pull your belly in and drop your head. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your belly in. And now when your head reaches down, you're gonna stay here. And now you're gonna let everything go. Allow everything to relax. Notice any sensations. Notice any things that are releasing physically. And it's such a powerful tool to be able to stay in something. So if you can stay in this, or if you notice yourself get distracted and you come out and then you come back in, like that is super powerful. That is what this is all about. But ending in that space. So we're ending in that beautiful breath instead of coming out of reaction. Okay, now we're gonna move into the other one. You're gonna bring your forearm down, right arm over your ear. Okay, reach. This is our heart opener. So twist your heart open. If this is really impossible with your forearm down, then you just bring your forearm wherever you need to. It might just be on top of your leg, and then you can press into your leg. Okay, breathe in, find that length. Breathe in your air through your side body, and as you exhale, pull your belly in and twist. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, twist. And then one last one in. You're gonna stay for the exhale and then slowly come up. Okay, fish pose, you guys. Bring your legs straight. If you have blocks at home, use your blocks. Okay, we won't be in it for too long. So you're gonna bring your hands. So there's a couple of places. If you feel really open and flexible, you can just bring your hand all the way under it. So meeting towards your spine. And then you can puff your chest up and drop your head down. For some of you, if you don't have blocks, just bringing your hands right by your hips might give you more access for a heart opener. So the intention here, physically, one of the physical intentions is to counterpose all the folding. So big heart opener, that's the intention. To lead with our heart. Now, to be open. Now that we've done so much letting go, it's now just trusting. So with our heart open wide, we trust. We receive whatever it is we're meant to receive. This is what this is like. It's like, yes, here I am, I'm ready. I'm ready and I'm strong enough to receive. Drop your head as much as you can. And for those of you that are feeling like a deeper pull to go into a deeper back bend, a counter pose, you can do reverse tabletop like this. You can do reverse plank, or some of you might want to do one quick wheel, but it will wake you up a little bit, okay? So unless you're going to do some movie marathon tonight, maybe don't do your wheel. Okay, we're going to hold here for 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your chin in towards your throat and then come down from there. You're gonna just lie on your back for a moment. Just lay. Okay. All right, just let yourself relax. We're not going into Shavasana just yet, but I want you to imagine you're in Shavasana. So just lay completely flat. Arms wide, shoulders relaxed. And now you're going to bring one leg up. So we're just going to start with one-legged happy baby. So feel like happy baby. So the other leg, you can keep it straight or you can bend your knee if that feels more comfortable. So we're just working with one leg, happy baby. And then I want you to use your hand, press your hand against your foot to get your knee closer towards your armpit. Use your Ujjayi breath to just experience this pose to its fullest potential for your right now. Okay, one more breath in. One more breath out. And then gently release your legs straight down. And then happy baby with your other leg. That's not the best view for you guys. So I'm going to turn around for this one. So happy baby, one leg. No? All right. I like my knee bent tonight. Sometimes I like it straight, but I feel a little more grounded. Keep using your Ujjayi breath. Strong breath in. Clear everything out with your exhale. In and out. One more inhale. Stay as you breathe out. And then now gently release. Okay, now we're going to move into happy baby with both legs. So now grab both your legs, happy baby. If it feels nice, actually, you know what? Happy baby is rocking side to side. So rock side to side, all the way as much as you can over to one shoulder and the other. Rock, 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 rock. And now we're going to move into our waterfall. This is a wonderful pose to do at the end of the night. If you ever have trouble sleeping, okay, I know I'm not the only one, but I know a lot of my friends, everyone's having like the weirdest dreams right now. Lots of waking up or insomnia. Bring your legs up. Bring them up against a wall. There's times where I've like actually in my own bed just turn my butt around and put my legs right up against the headboard. Okay, so I invite you to bring your legs up. And we're gonna stay here for about, maybe 2 minutes. So if you start to get really tired and your legs are getting too heavy, this is why I invite you to do, instead of coming out of it completely, you're gonna bring your toes, here, I'm just gonna go back for Instagram a bit. You're gonna bring your toes from one foot to the back of your other ankle to support your legs up there. And then you can just keep switching it. But allow yourself to stay with your legs up. If your eyes are closed, I want you to visualize your two big toes. If your eyes are open, you're gonna drishti, commit to staring at your two big toes. I just want you to notice any sensation through your toes. Maybe there's no sensation in your big toes and you notice them in another toe. So you can just bring your attention there. And then something may happen where it tries to take your attention away from your big toe. You can acknowledge it and then see if you can bring yourself back. And this is how we use our tools, right? Maybe it's you use stronger breath. Maybe it's you use modification by bringing your toes behind your heel to be able to stay committed to your drishti, to your two big toes. It's like when we commit to something, like I'm so committed to having a breakthrough in this time in my life, to finally like letting go of the things that always sabotage me and stop me. So it's this constant, practice of just coming back to drishti. It's noticing and then coming back over and over. This is such a beautiful thing to practice, so we can use it everywhere in our lives. I'm going to just stay a little longer. Notice if it is shaking, if your legs aren't up against the wall. You might be having to work a little harder. Just a few more moments. Stay with your legs up. See if you can stay. Okay, count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now without rushing out of it, bend your knees. Let your feet hang for a moment. Notice all sensation moving out through the bottoms of your feet. Love this, feeling all that energy and tingling. And then drop your feet. We're just going to move into a gentle twist. You're going to drop your hips over to the right, drop your knees to the left. Okay. And then look the opposite way. And then come back to center. And then hips lift, step them over, drop your hips or knees over to one side, eyes to the other side. Super gentle, gentle twist. And now you're going to bring your feet back to center. Lying on your back still, you're going to draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Give yourself a big kiss if you can reach. And then come into Shavasana. And even though it may be bedtime, or you may be distracted by something you need to do next, I invite you to stay in your Shavasana, even for a couple of minutes. I'm going to walk you out of it. So you can stay with me. If you have lights that you want to make even like dim them, or a little towel over your eyes, you can do that too. I'm just gonna sit here, maybe lie. I'll lie with you just to hold the space. Let yourself, there's nothing stopping you really right now, like from just seeing like what will show up for you if you just lay here in complete nothingness, like in nothing. Just be curious. And I bet when you allow yourself more of these moments in your day, in your life, more of these moments of just being in stillness and in quiet, you will really start to see so many more connections everywhere in your life with what you're doing, with conversations. Sorry, this. Hear that. So what I was saying is, when you start to listen, like you start to find more of that connection within truth, from truth, like things you might hear or things that are happening in your life, you might find that connection when you're in stillness. Like sometimes I'm so confused as to what's happening and why things are happening. And then I just take moments of stillness or meditation and I can see so much clearer. And then it's just always this sense of relief and ease and peace.